Hi, you guys. Welcome to our Diamond in 30-day call. All of you guys are on this call because you guys are at least Emerald coaches. So you've signed up at least 2 people. So the next step is Diamond. And I know Ruby is in between there, but almost no one ever hits Ruby because it's harder to get the Emeralds than it is to sign the coaches. So we usually just say Emerald to Diamond to 2-star. So we want to help you guys get to the next step in your business so you can keep that momentum going from hitting Emerald this week. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about what Diamond specifically looks like. The volume requirement from Emerald to Diamond is a little bit different, so I wanted to talk about that with you guys tonight. Wanted to talk about some perks, and then we're going to go into how to really get signed up, discount coaches, which I know several of you guys have already started doing, how to attract some business builder coaches, and even talk a little bit more about placement. As you guys are starting to build your Diamond, we want to talk about how to place coaches, how many you want on each leg, and what types of coaches to be posting on each leg. Or placing on each leg. I think I said posting on each leg. So very first thing is, this is probably what a lot of you guys look like right now in the business. I know a few of you guys on here have more than just 2 coaches, but you guys at least have 2 coaches. So I wanted to draw out Diamond for you guys, just so you guys can see what the structure of it looks like. So when you guys think of Diamond, I want you guys to think of Diamond is your Emerald, but 4 times. Think about what you just did to go Emerald. I want you to think of just multiplying that by 4 and doing that 4 more times and getting 2 of your coaches to do it as well. So I'm going to draw this thing out for you guys really fast. So this is what Diamond looks like for you guys. It is having 4 coaches on each leg and 2 of your coaches being Emeralds. So a lot of you guys I know have your spouses signed up. You guys, the whole purpose of that is, 1, to save that place in your downline, but also it gives you 1 account in your downline that you have 100% control over. We're going to talk a little bit later on tonight about placement of how to get that other Emerald on the opposite side and strategic placement here. But this right here is Emerald. So if you make it your goal right now to go Emerald at a minimum every single week, you're going to go Diamond within the month, which is a pretty awesome goal. So, and it's not hard to do. I mean, when you really think about, like, it's what you've already done, and do it every single week. And then also sharing that and setting that expectation with your new coaches. I know a lot of you guys probably have signed up discount coaches to get to where you're at right now, but think all of your discount coaches, I guarantee, have 2 people who would be interested in doing this with them, and signing up maybe their spouse to do it with them, or possibly even like their coworkers. Think of if you could get like your coaches to all get their coworkers at work on board, you're going to build Emeralds very, very quickly. So when you become a Diamond coach, there are some, I also want to talk about volume requirements. So right now, as an Emerald, you just need the 90 PV a month to be that active coach hitting Success Club. When you are a Diamond coach, you actually need 100 PV to hit Diamond. So 100 PV, that can come from customers or yourself. So that does not mean you have to now place even more orders to keep yourself active and to have that volume. But I know a lot of my new girls are signing everyone as discount coaches, which is what we want you to do. But you also have to think, like, that doesn't count for your PV, your personal volume. So if you have people who want to sign up for Beachbody On Demand or Just Energize, get them signed up as customers to get that extra PV through. And the reason I tell you that is I lost rank today because a Diamond in my downline didn't have enough volume in her business to even stay active as a Diamond. So she has 90 PV for her own personal Shakeology, but nothing else. So she actually dropped rank, even though she's got the Emeralds and she's got the active coaches. So just something to think about, because I never want someone to miss hitting Diamond because of the volume requirements. And it's just 10 extra PV, you guys. So think, like, if you order Energize with your Shakeology every month, you're never going to have to worry about this anyways. But just something to think about, you guys. So the other things, when you become a Diamond coach, there are some other perks. So there's a few different Facebook pages that you get access to as Diamond coaches. Fearlessly Fit has one, but also Shred Nation has one that comes with other opportunities. I just hosted a sneak peek into coaching with Shred Nation today. These are things that Diamond coaches get to do, is lead these calls and be looked at as a leader on the team. But also, just like you guys got shouted out at Emerald for your rank advancement, got shouted out on social media, hopefully on Facebook and on Instagram, to help build that momentum and show your followers, friends, and family members that you're legit and you're really doing this thing. At Diamond, you're going to get the same thing, but Diamond is even bigger. Like Diamond, out of 400,000 coaches in the network, there is 1% of those coaches are Diamond coaches. And I don't tell you guys that to make it seem like it's super, super hard, but it just shows you like you're like at the top of the company just by being a Diamond coach. And Diamond honestly is really where your business opens, because you really don't have much of a business until you have people who want to do this with you, which are those Emerald coaches of yours. So getting to Diamond, think of it as your grand opening to your business. And the real reason we want to get you to Diamond is we want you guys looking down the pipeline to 2-star. So when you become a 2-star Diamond, so think of, instead of having 2 emeralds here, you would actually have 2 diamonds, 1 on each leg. Your husband or your spouse, your boyfriend, your mom, those can all be diamonds for you that you can build yourself. I know my husband was one of my very first diamonds, and then I had another girl go diamond and I got 2-star. At 2-star, that is where the income is in this business. It is not at Emerald, it is not at Ruby or Diamond, it is at 2-star. At 2-star, you get to open up a second business center, which I'm sure is way over your head right now, but I want you to think of that second business center, like think of it as you 2.0. You get to literally be a coach in your downline. So every single time you sell a challenge pack, your first business center is, so let me show you. So like you could literally be a coach right here in your downline. Like if your name was Jess, it would literally say Jess Dukes down here and Jess Dukes up here. So anytime I make a sale, I can make it down here and I get volume. So I up here earn a team cycle bonus. So think of like, so I've got 3 business centers and Tom has 2. Every single time I sell a challenge pack, all 5 of those business centers are earning a team cycle bonus of $18, you guys. So think of that, like $50 in commission and then plus 18, plus 18, plus 18, plus 18, plus 18. You now are making more money in team cycle bonus than you are on commission. And I want that for you guys too. So that means we got to get that second business center. And the sooner you can do that, the sooner your income is going to go like this. That is where I want you guys to be. And I want you guys to have your eye on that prize. So in these early days, it's really laying down that foundation, finding not only the people who want this for a discount, but also finding the business builders who want to do this with you too. And I don't want it taking you 3 or 4 years to get that second business center. Like, let's do that by like January. I mean, we can do this ASAP. We do not have to wait to do this. So, and all it is hitting Emerald over and over and over. And if you make it your goal to go Emerald over and over and over again and teach your coaches the same, you guys will be there literally by January. And so Brandy, those are really good questions. So you do need PV, but you have to remember you're also going to have customers. So those customers that you sign up, not everyone is going to sign up for the discount. And down the road, I know we are teaching you that now, you are going to get to the point, a different point in the business where you no longer do that. Strategy changes a little bit and you're going to have people placing orders as customers. And we will tell you when that time is for you. But I have never had to worry about the volume on any of my business centers. And I've got 5, and I promise you I'm not ordering 5 bags of Shakeology every single month to keep myself active in all these places. It's my customers and coaches that help all of that stay active. But the other cool thing that happens at Diamond is you get little goodies from your coach. I tried to find my Diamond jacket and I don't know where it is. And I even had to look like I'm not wearing it. I can't find it anywhere, but it's somewhere around here. But we have these custom Diamond jackets for our team that we have made. Really great quality. I think they feel like Lululemon jackets, but they have a gray diamond on the front. If anyone has seen any of our coaches wear them, and then it says coach on the sleeve, and it's a really cool jacket. One, I love that it doesn't scream Beachbody and have like Team Beachbody all over it, but it's something that only the diamonds on our team get. So you get that when you hit Diamond. And then when you hold your Diamond for 6 weeks, you also get another goodie from your coach. And I can't tell you what that goodie is because every single coach and every upline is a little bit different of what they give their coaches. But when you hit ranks, the key is you have to hold it for 6 weeks. You cannot hit Diamond and be done. It's holding it for 6 weeks. So really, Beachbody is incentivizing us to not only hit a rank, but keep growing past that. You can't hit a rank and then go, oh, hope everything stays. One thing to know about in this business is, especially those of you signing up discount coaches, people quit all the time. They quit on their journeys all the time. So adding in coaching, like Christmas time, like coaching a lot of times is the first thing to go. Shakeology, they nix. They throw this in the tank the second they fall off their journey. So always making sure that you are building quickly to combat any time someone cancels or goes inactive, or decides they don't want to do this. So that way you're not losing rank. So just keep in mind, like, the goal is to continue growing, not to hit a rank and stop. I see so many coaches hit diamond and turn into management mode and just like help the coaches they have, when it's like, you got to remember, like, it's constant growing all the time. And the coaches that help you hit diamond might not be the coaches that help you hit 2-star. You always have to keep growing and have your eyes like well at the horizon, not just at the next thing. So yes, I hope what you got from what I just said was 2 coaches a week, and you will be diamond by the end of the month, and also, or within the month, and also you will be getting that second business center literally before the new year. Tasha, do you want to talk about discount coaches?
Yeah, I will talk about discount coaches. But again, like Jess said, it is really important to be growing constantly, because even one of my diamond coaches that helped me get to 2-star diamond quit. Like, I got to 2-star diamond, and then she's like, I don't want to coach anymore. And so it's like, I had to rebuild that up. So it's always important to constantly be growing. But we really want to talk about getting to diamond and how you're going to get there quickly. So I would say 99% of the coaches in Beachbody build their diamond off of discount coaches. There's a couple of different ways that you can do that, which we're going to talk about closer to the end, like strategically placing people and getting your husband to Emerald. But every person that you are signing up right now, you should be signing them up as a discount coach. So one thing that I want to point out is, if you tell somebody, hey, I'm signing you up as a discount coach, they probably will freak out and be like, no, I don't want that. Because anytime you say the word coach to somebody who just wants to be on their journey, it kind of freaks them out. So if you hear us talk about preferred customer or VIP member or discount member, anything like that, it's the same thing as a coach. It's the same thing as a discount coach. They all sign up the same way. We just use different words to not scare people away. So what I want you to do is, when you have somebody who's interested, don't even give them the option like, hey, I can sign you up as a challenger, or I can sign you up as a coach, or I can sign you up as a discount coach. You are creating one more roadblock that you have to get through before you can actually sign that person up. Usually when somebody's ready to go, they're really excited. They don't want to have to answer any more questions or make any more decisions. They just want to get started. So what we want you to start doing is, when you are at Sharecart, or when you're on your Sharecart and signing people up, always just put coach and then give them whatever challenge pack they want. I'm guessing it will probably be like All Access, Beachbody On Demand, and Shakeology. Send them their cart, but let them know. Whenever I send somebody a share cart, I always send them the link separately, because sometimes that email doesn't get sent, or goes to their junk or something. So I always will just say, like, here's the link for your cart. I went ahead and created it for you. You will be getting a $15 a month membership fee. That's usually how I say it, not a coach business service fee. I just say you'll notice that there's a $15 membership fee, but this is going to give you discounts, 25% off any of your orders. It's going to help you save money in the long run. Most of my customers reorder either Shakeology or their performance line, so you're going to be saving over $20 a month. If you decide that you don't want to reorder Shakeology, you can cancel both your membership and your order and not get charged anything. So that's how I usually explain it to people. They're like, oh, okay, good. And then if they end up canceling, like we said, this is why it's important, because not everybody is going to reorder Shakeology. You will get coach cancellations. I get them several times a week, because I get them for every single person in my downline. So if I'm your upline coach, I see when you get coach cancellations. Jess sees anytime you have a coach cancel. So we see that happen all the time. It is normal. So you need to be prepared for that and constantly be growing. I would say I built my diamond mostly from discount coaches. And I think the only person who is still signed up that helped me get to diamond is my husband. And so literally I've been constantly over the years adding more people to my team. But it's important to sign up everybody as a discount coach now, because that's what's going to help you get to diamond faster. The other thing that we want to talk about is telling people about the referral bonus. So we started this when Lift 4 came out, and it worked really, really well. So instead of Anytime somebody signs up as a discount coach, they're signing up as a coach. They can make commission. They can start the business anytime that they want. We don't want to freak them out and be like, hey, do you want to make commission and sell things? So what we tell them is about a referral bonus. You guys know every time you sell a challenge pack, you make $50, right? So we tell our discount coaches, hey, we know you love this program. Sorry, got to put on the fire hat. It doesn't fit my head. You can tell your discount coaches, one of the awesome things about being a member is you can take advantage of Beachbody's referral program, meaning anytime that if you have any friends or family that will want to sign up and do this program with you, they can sign up the same exact way that you did, and Beachbody will send you a check for $50. Notice that we didn't say, hey, sell something to your friend and you're going to make $50 commission. By calling it a referral bonus, people are like, oh, I want to make $50. My mom wants to do this with me. So you can get Emerald coaches from people who just have friends that want to do this with them, and they don't have to want to run the business right now. I did say over in the chat that once your customers do start getting results, a lot of times they are interested in coaching because they naturally have people asking them what they're doing. But talking about the referral bonus is a good way to start growing your team when people have friends or family that want to do this with them. And the only other thing is, if you're in Canada, I believe that they do not send you a check. You have to sign up for the direct deposit. So if any of you are in Canada, sorry, I'm using Zoom to babysit my kids. Hi, Gretchen. If any of you are in Canada, you will have to help your customers sign up their direct deposit. So Jess is going to talk more about breadcrumbs right now and signing up actual business builders.
Yes, I am. So one thing that's really important is on social media, one, that you guys kind of give your social media a little bit of a makeover. You have to remember, like, your social media right now is now your storefront. So you want to make sure that when someone goes to your page that it looks professional. So there's great Instagram training that we really highly recommend you doing. I know I just posted it in my PS page, but it's also in Fearlessly Fit. If you type in Instagram in the search bar in Fearlessly Fit, you're going to see 2 videos pop up. First one is how to use Captivate to grow your Instagram, so that way you have people coming to you. But also then Natasha did a training for our team all about how to kind of give your social media a makeover and how to edit your pictures. But I highly recommend, like, send your handle to your coach and have them give you a critique on social media, because that will make a really, really big difference in the way people perceive you as a coach. One of the biggest things I really want to stress to you guys is the confidence that you guys portray on social media. I know a lot of you guys are brand new coaches. Maybe you guys literally just signed up this week, but just remember, like, not one person on social media knows if you, one, have made a paycheck, or if you're making 6 figures. They have no idea if you have a team of 1 called your husband, or if you have a team of 15 ladies, or if you are a 15-star diamond coach. Social media only knows what you put out. And if you portray confidence, a really positive energy, and make people want to join you, I guarantee they are going to join you. They do not care if you have 0 coaches, if they're your first coach, or if they are your 20th coach. They just want to know, are you going to mentor me? Are you going to support me? And is this going to be a good fit for me? So make sure you guys are portraying that through your posts and through your social media. And I would usually tell you guys to keep your blinders on and not go stalk a bunch of other coaches, but I'm going to tell you guys, take your blinders off for a second, and I want you to kind of go look at other people. One, people that you follow, but also like other coaches, like leaders in the business, and what are they posting? What do their pictures look like? I guarantee you're not going to see any 15-star diamond coach posting a bunch of selfies of them. They probably have a tripod. They're probably in front of a light or a window. They probably have well-lit pictures with great filters. You can use Lightroom. If you guys have never heard of it, I highly recommend doing it, where you can buy on Etsy a $5 preset to put on your pictures to make your Instagram. You guys know what I'm talking about, where you go to an Instagram feed and it's all cohesive and it looks beautiful. I want you guys to start doing that from day one, because it's really important that from day one, like, you look like a professional business that someone wants to join, and no one wants to join someone with really poorly lit pictures that, like, doesn't have a lot of confidence, and all their pictures is just day 2, or here's my shake. That's not inspiring at all. The other thing is breadcrumbing, you guys. So when we talk breadcrumbing, I want you guys to think about this as literally breadcrumbs leading up to the loaf of bread. Your loaf of bread is your call to action to join us in coaching or a call to action to join us in a boot camp. Either way, you got to be breadcrumbing. Just like, you know, a before and after picture, when you post that with a like, hey, come join my boot camp, I have 3 spots left. I guarantee before you posted that, you probably posted maybe on your stories about doing workouts. You probably have shared in your stories a couple of your meals, things like that. Those are your breadcrumbs leading up to the bam of your call to action to join your boot camp. If you just talk about a boot camp and never talk anything fitness, people are going to literally have no idea what you're talking about. And the same exact thing for coaching. If you just come out of the blue and say, hey, join my team as a coach, people are going to be like, oh, you're a coach? So make sure, like, on social media, if I went to your page right now, one, do I know you're on a call right now? Do I know you're getting mentored? Do I know you're in training? Do I know you're a brand new coach? Do I know that if I wanted to be a coach too, I could join your team? And if so, would I know how to do that? Is there a link tree? Does your link tree in your Instagram say, work with me here? Like, is there a sign up? Like, how do I join you? So make sure that, like, you make it very easy to join you. Go ask your best friend to go to your page and say, in 10 seconds, can you figure out how to join my Beachbody team? And if the answer is no, do something to fix it. Make it obvious, you guys. People want to join you. A lot of times people just don't even know it's possible to join you. So make sure that they know that. So we want you guys posting breadcrumbs. So when it comes to coaching, breadcrumbs can be anything. It could be, why did you sign up? I would honestly, like, literally get a piece of paper and jot down all the reasons that you coach, all the reasons you love Beachbody. I mean, why are you here? Why are you doing this? And why should someone join you? And if you can figure out why you are confident about people joining you, people are going to see that and want to join it too. I highly encourage you to make a vision board. I've got mine right back there. But really envision, like, I know a lot of you guys are like, I'm a brand new coach. I haven't even made a paycheck yet. Or maybe your paycheck's coming this week, actually. But maybe you're, like, just getting started. Just remember, like, no one else knows that, and people want to get started with you. They're totally cool being a business partner with you as you're getting your business off the ground, and they can do it right along with you. But talk about that first paycheck. What are you able to do with it? I'll never forget my very first paycheck. I talked about how I took my husband on a date rather than him taking me on a date. And it was so cool to be able to treat him rather than feeling like he was going to treat me and feeling like I was contributing too. But rather than saying, like, my first paycheck was $20, I could talk about a date night. Like, people can make that up in their head. Maybe people go on really fancy dates and they thought I made $200. You don't know. I remember when I first started coaching, my coach was telling me that she paid her mortgage. She lived in the middle of nowhere in Kentucky, and her paycheck, her mortgage was $500, which is like a tenth of mine. So, you know, paint the picture. You don't have to say, like, I made $500. You can say, like, I did X, Y, and Z. So I think it's really important to, I took my husband to McDonald's for my date. No, I'm kidding. Thanks, Natasha. But talk about things that you're doing with coaching, and talk about the training, like, and don't sugarcoat the fact that, like, you put time in working, that you're maybe setting up a challenge group, that you're helping your challengers, that you're working on training, you're doing personal development. Like, show people what this is about, because when people come to your page and have the biggest problem I see in coaching is people coming in as a coach, and then they get in here and go like, oh, I didn't know we have to actually work. They quit the first week. I can't tell you how many coaches I've had that quit literally like a day or two in. They get into training and they're like, oh, we have to work. Oh, never mind. I thought we just posted on social media. And it's like, show people, like, don't be afraid to show people the amount of time you work, how you're fitting it in, that you can work anywhere, but also, like, the perks of having that freedom to be able to fit it in. Like, if you work full time, like, show how you do this with a full-time job. So that way someone else who works full time can go to your page and go like, hot dang, this girl not only works full time, but she's building a business and she's getting fit. Like, I need her in my life. So show how you do it. Like, don't look at, like, doing this and working full time as a negative thing. Like, that's a freaking awesome thing. That is so incredible. And also the fact that we need no training, we need nothing to become a coach. Like, you can look at that as a negative, or you can look at that as a really huge positive. But think of who you're trying to attract in the business, and when you do a post, like, would that person be attracted to this? You know, like, don't be afraid to speak to that one person that you're trying to attract. I know for me, like, I really want to attract not only moms, but working moms, people who want to be home with their kids, or people who maybe don't have kids yet, but see that vision of starting a family soon and wanting to be home with their kids full time. That's who I'm trying to talk to. I'm not talking to the stay-at-home mom who has tons of time on her hands. You know, I'm talking to a very specific person. So I talk about corporate America a lot. I talk about my commute. I talk about being away from my kids, like, and how coaching, before I quit my job, I talked about how coaching was going to help me be able to stay home with my kids. And now I get to talk about how it did. But don't be afraid to paint that picture and really talk about what you're doing in coaching and also what you're working towards. You might not be there yet, but there will be people who want to go along the journey with you, just like on your health and fitness journey. If you're not at your goal weight, that doesn't mean you can't help other people get to their goal weight. You guys can do it together, just like you can with your business goals as well.
I'm going to jump in really quick because when I first started as a coach, Jess was making like $100,000 a year. And I remember her posting about that. And I remember thinking to myself, I can't wait until I'm successful so I can start talking about it. And so that is like the worst thing that you can do. You can brag about other people on your team. Talk about how other people on the team are successful too, because people will see like, oh, it's not just her that's doing this, it's other people, and other people are having success with it too. I used to brag about Jess all the time, and now I even brag about my coaches who are having success, and they're not making $100,000 a year yet, but they're doing things like one of my coaches just quit her job, or one of my new coaches made $100 in her first week. So you can talk about a lot of different things and also talk about where you are going, because people will follow along on that journey with you. And like right now, one of the things I'm talking about is I'm working to retire my husband from his job. He obviously hasn't quit yet, but I'm not saying like, oh, I can't wait until my husband can quit his job so I can start talking about it. People know that's why I'm working so hard. And when I do it, it will be proof to them that you can be successful doing this. So just wanted to add that in.
Totally agree with all of that. The other thing I really wanted to talk about was the kind of language that you use on social media. I know for the longest time I talked about like fitness groups or like accountability groups, challenge groups. Just remember, to the outside world of Beachbody, no one, and I'm sure a lot of you guys, I know a lot of my new coaches were like, what's a challenge group? No one has a clue what challenge groups are. No one has a clue what accountability groups are. And frankly, when you say accountability groups, people think they're getting something for free, because accountability is free. So really think about the language you use. This goes not only on social media, but also in your invites. Sometimes I know it's really easy like to hear a bunch of no's and get ghosted a lot. Hi, we all get ghosted. We all get millions of no's. That's part of the business. But if you're really not getting the results with your posts or also like your invites, change up your language. I found for me, when I started saying boot camp rather than accountability group or challenge group, I actually got people like interested, because a boot camp sounds like health and fitness. It sounds like you're going to have to put in some work. You're probably going to have to pay for classes or do something. So people get a heck of a lot less, oh, this costs money, never mind. Like people actually come in here kind of expecting what it is. Same thing with coaching. When you talk about like, we used to call these like sneak peek into coaching. We used to call them happy hours. No one knows, like, are we meeting at a bar? Like, it made no sense. So just make sure, like, on the outside, for like people who have nothing to do with Beachbody, like, will they understand your lingo? Like, break it down, make it like, even in your rank advancement posts. Like I used to say, like, someone hit Emerald today. Like, again, no one has any idea what Emerald is. Like, what are they doing? Is that the first rank? Is that a promotion? What is it? Like, really spell it out for people, because a lot of people on the outside have not a clue what we're talking about. And lastly, I know I touched on, we all get no's, but I really wanted to talk about this thing called posture. And I'm actually going to send you guys a podcast tonight once we are done with this. But I really wanted you guys are going to do a lot of invites as part of this business, is inviting people to come join us. I want you guys to always like have the mindset of, we have an incredible gift. We are not bothering people by inviting people to do this with us. Just remember, like, for me, I've lost 75 pounds. Like, I'm so grateful that I found this opportunity to get healthy. It helped me along my personal life, but also like health and fitness, like, and turning this into a career. It allowed me to change my career, be home with my kids. So just remember, like, you're giving someone an opportunity. And when you send out the invites, I want you to come from that place of, I could potentially change this person's life. So if they say no, like, I want you guys to have the posture of it not changing your opinion of how you are as a coach, how good of a coach you are, or anything like that. There's this I'm going to send you the podcast, but the guy who hosts this podcast also did a call for our Shred Nation team. And he gave the example of kids. And I know a lot of us who have kids, if someone ever came up to you and said, your kid is ugly, not one of you guys would be like, oh yeah, he kind of is ugly. You're right. Like we would literally like probably flip him the bird and walk off. Like we wouldn't take it, and it wouldn't change our opinion of how we are as a mom or what our kid looks like. It wouldn't change our opinion whatsoever. We'd just move on. I want you guys to think about the same thing as coaching. Like when you send these invites, I want you guys to have no connection to the answer. I want that answer, whether they say yes, no, or ghost you, or come back with something crazy. Like I want you guys to literally disconnect from that and just send out the invites from a positive place of wanting to change a life. And the rest of it is on them. It has nothing to do with you, what kind of coach you are or anything like that. That's on them. So I'm going to send it to you guys. It's 5 minutes tonight, and I really would love for you guys to take a listen to it. And then Natasha, you want to talk about a little bit about placement?
Yes. Okay. So this is where it's going to be a little bit different for every person. So as you are building up to Diamond, there are some circumstances where you might want to reach out to your upline coach to ask for some help on where to place people. So to hit Diamond, just showed you earlier that chart where you have to have 4 coaches on each side, but one of those coaches on each side has to be an Emerald coach. So if you know when you are signing somebody up that they potentially want to run the business, whether it's now or whether it's in the future, the best place to put them is opposite of your husband or your spouse. The reason for that is you have control of your husband's account, so you can get your husband to Emerald. Meaning if you have one more Emerald on this side, instead of having to find 2 people who want to run the business, you only need to have one other person. So if you are placing left and right and back and forth, and you have 3 coaches on your right side and 2 coaches on your left. If your next business builder or your next coach that you're signing up wants to run the business, but your husband's over here where you only have 2, you still want to put them on the opposite side. So now it might be a little bit more uneven. You might have 4 or even 5 coaches over here and only 2 coaches over here. But you need to maximize your chance of getting Emeralds opposite of your husband. So, you can also get to Diamond a couple of different ways. So this is where, depending on who you're signing up, placement can get tricky, but just for right now, unless you know somebody wants to run the business, just go left, right, back and forth. If you do have somebody who wants to run the business and you're like, oh, I don't know where to put them, talk to your coach. We will help you figure that out. But you can get to Diamond a couple of different ways. Let's say that you have 3 friends who want to run the business with you. So you could put all 3 of them opposite of your husband, or what I would do is I would put 2 of them opposite of your spouse and then 1 of them on the same side as your spouse. Because that way, instead of having to find more discount coaches to get your spouse to Emerald, you have a person over here on the same side as your husband, or it could be on the other side, who's getting to Emerald, and another person who's getting to Emerald. And then that way you only need 8 coaches because your Emeralds are being created by other people. Are you following? Give me some thumbs up if that makes sense. So another way that you could get to Diamond is, let's say that you signed up your husband and your mom, and they're opposite of each other, and that's how you got to Emerald. If your mom will let you, which most people's moms do, you can also have control of your mom's account. That way, if you have 12 discount coaches, you could get your husband to Emerald, you can get your mom to Emerald, and you can have 8 coaches underneath yourself and get to Diamond by just having discount coaches. So there's a bunch of different scenarios. Everybody's business looks a little bit differently. The goal is to get to Diamond as soon as possible because you're maximizing your team cycle bonus, and that's when you can really start to strategically place people to grow your income. Until you hit Diamond, you're not going to really see a lot of team cycle bonus. You're not really going to, most of your income is going to come directly from commission. But once you get Diamond and you start having people who want to do this with you, that's when your income's going to start to grow. So we want to get you to that point as soon as possible. Diamond is really when your business starts. And we expect you to do it within your first month of signing up as a coach. So I hit Diamond in 3 weeks. I went from Emerald to Diamond in 3 weeks. So if I did it, I know you guys can do it. And I know that there are actually a couple of people who signed up last week who are really, really close. The other thing that I want to talk about, and we mentioned this earlier, is that people do cancel their coaching accounts and they also go inactive sometimes. I have several customers who are signed up as discount coaches, but in order to stay active, you need an order every 5 weeks. You need an order every 5 weeks. So what if somebody orders Shakeology every 8 weeks? There's going to be a point in time where they go inactive for a couple of weeks, then they get their Shakeology and they go active again, and then they're going to go inactive, and it just bounces back and forth. So it's once you hit diamond, you don't stop. You keep going, and you want to do what we call padding your diamond, meaning having more than 4 active coaches on each side to take account for those people that will go inactive or those people that will quit. We do not want you dropping rank. We don't want you hitting diamond and then somebody canceling and going back to emerald. We want, once you hit diamond, we want to keep you at diamond. And if not at diamond, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star diamond. We don't want you moving backwards. So the only way to do that is to pad your diamond. What we consider a padded diamond is having 6 active coaches on each side. So, you know, to get to diamond, you only need 4, but instead having 6. I don't have 6 fingers, so let's just pretend. And then 2 active or 2 emeralds opposite of your spouse, and then your spouse at emerald. If your spouse is not at emerald, then 2 emeralds on each side. But if you have a diamond that's built up of 8 emerald coaches, that would be pretty solid too. So we do not want you adding people to your husband's account, except if it's to get him to emerald. Once you get him to emerald, like, keep adding people to you until you are at a spot where you can add to your husband. And then also, never, ever, ever put anybody under your husband until you have hit Success Club yourself. So let's say that it's November 1st, Success Club points are going to start over again, and you have 2 people that want to sign up. They have to go under you. Do not put them under your husband until you hit Success Club. So I always try to hit Success Club 5 as soon as possible, and if my husband needs padding so he doesn't lose his emerald rank, I do not do that until I am at Success Club first, because Success Club is number 1 in this business. No matter what, you should be hitting Success Club every single month. All right. The last thing I want to talk about is take this momentum that you have now. When you open your business, this is the best time to grow to diamond. This is what happens when my husband is working late.
Hey, Mom. Who's unmuted?
I'm the only one unmuted. Everybody else is muted. Hey, if I give you guys suckers, will you leave me alone?
Yeah.
Yeah? Go play in your room. Sorry. Oh, I just threw my son in the garbage can on accident. Here, give one of these to Ralph and go leave, and I'll be there in a second. Sorry. I'm like embarrassed. My face is turning red. You can still coach and have kids at home. It's proof. Okay, so when you start your business, this is the best time. Take this momentum that you have and keep running with it. Stop laughing at me, Jessica. So what I want to do now is I want to end this call, and I want you guys to make a list of people of who you can invite. All of you guys are at emerald right now, but we know that just when you rank advance, you never stop growing. Even when you were at 15 star diamond, which is the highest rank, you do not stop growing, because that is the only way that you are going to have long-term success in this business. The ultimate long-term goal is to have multiple superstar 15 star diamonds underneath you, but stepping stones, 1 step at a time. First emerald, second diamond. So I want everybody to take out your phone or a piece of paper, and I want you to make a list of 10 people that you can invite right now. And if you don't have anybody that you can invite, who can you ask for referrals from? So I want you to do that.
You guys have your list of 10 yet? You need more time? I'm going to assume more time. Do you guys have your list? How many people were you guys able to get on your list? 10, 4, 10? Okay, you guys have all night to make your list, and I'd love for you guys to send your list to your coach. But the other thing I really wanted to talk about, hi Gretchen. I wanted to talk about, I know a lot of you guys are signing up discount coaches to, want to get the discount and join your boot camps, but I also want to remind you guys, don't ever stop inviting them to the business side of things, and don't ever stop asking them to invite their coaches or invite their friends to join. A lot of times when they first get started, they may say like, absolutely not, I do not want to work the business. But I promise you, when they lose that first 5 pounds, that first 10 pounds, and they're loving the challenge groups, those things might change. I think it's really fun to do little incentives. You can even think of doing like a hashtag for your boot camp and have people start hashtagging things on social media or tag you in their stories on Facebook or Instagram. I see a lot of other coaches even it's asking people to tag them in their stories. So that way, when you're tagged in stories, you can now share it to your story. So you can cheer on your girls, but it's a great way to get them starting to get in the idea of sharing this stuff on social media. And when they start sharing and realize that their friends are like, hey girl, what's that yellow stuff you're drinking? And what is the stuff that you're doing? What's that workout? They're either going to come to you and say hey, I got some friends that want to join. Do you want to get them signed up? And then you can turn it around and say hey girl, why don't you sign up? But also you can see their stuff on social media and tell them. I mean, so many people literally do what we do, work out, they drink Shakeology every single day. They never miss a workout. They're so encouraging in our challenge groups. They're literally doing what a coach is doing without getting paid for it. And so keep inviting them to the coaching opportunity. And just because they said no one time or only want the discount right now, do not assume that's always going to be the answer. There's a lot of, I would say almost all the diamonds on our team started out as people who just wanted the discount, who turned into falling in love with the programs, the products, and sharing it with their friends. And maybe even give incentives for people who invite 2 friends to join them. Obviously, they're going to get signed up for the discount, which is going to get them Emerald, but have them start doing some of these behaviors, these vital behaviors, without actually realizing that they're even doing these things, like sharing on social media and encouraging people and doing things like that. So just wanted to touch base there. Does anyone have any questions or anything? We have a couple extra minutes. Does anyone have any questions about getting Diamond or anything like that? And if not, I'll just assume all of you guys will be Diamond by our call next week. No, I'm kidding. Kidding, not kidding. And feel free to unmute yourself too if that's easier than chatting in the chat.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Brandy.
Okay. So you guys were talking about on the referral bonus and having them, if they are signing people up, are they doing the share card or do I still do the share card? How does that work?
So I would have them do it. And you have to think share. Did you guys think share cart was easy to use when you first used it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would have them do it. If they had to navigate their back office or something, that's when I would probably do things for them. But I personally send them the link to share cart and I say, all you need to do is log into your account, get their email address and figure out the challenge pack. I tell them you're going to type in their email address, click on coach, click on next and go to the first challenge pack and click on the one with Shakeology, pick their flavor for them and send them the link. So I would have them do it. You technically, I guess, could log into their account, but it's probably actually easier for them to do it.
Okay, cool.
If they're like, if you think that they need extra help, you can even just be like, hey, can I, or like, when's a good time I can just hop on the phone with you or like walk you through it or something. Like you can get on, I don't know how I just realized this, but you can actually like video call people through Facebook. And so I started doing that with people. So like you can just video call her and just be like, pull up another screen and I'll walk you through it.
All right, thanks.
What other questions do you guys have?
I know a lot of you guys on here are newer coaches. Can you give me a thumbs up if you have finished the new coach training? Okay, so I think Michaela had a question. So you go first, and then I have something to ask you guys.
So I guess with new coaches, when you're signing them up with the membership, are you kind of like, what if they eventually want to become coaches, like active coaches, and they just haven't decided, and then the first 3 months that they hit Success Club, they could go to Summit, like they get their ticket free. So you kind of like, do you ever fear about robbing them of that if you don't tell them that right away?
So no, because so I always am leery to tell this to new coaches because I don't want people to be like, oh, I don't have to hit Success Club now. But yes, you can earn your free ticket to Summit by hitting it in your first 3 months. But also if you hit Team Leader on the leadership ladder within your first year as a coach, you also can earn your free ticket to Summit. So there is that other opportunity. But I've never had someone sign up for the discount and be mad that they didn't know that or like felt like they got robbed of that. I actually have multiple coaches. I mean, you have to think like they're getting the discount from the beginning, and like I hate to like almost like rob someone from saving that money on their own Shakeology. I have a lot of customers who order Daily Sunshine for their kids, the Performance line, and Shakeology for them and their husband. They're probably honestly saving like $100 on their products just by being a coach. The coaching ticket is $145. And sometimes I look at how much money they're saving and think some people are a discount coach for a year before ever deciding that they want to become a coach. That's a whole year of discounts they could have saved out on by just like a ticket to Summit, which, don't get me wrong, is a really big deal and it's really incredible to earn and you get a ton of recognition for it. But on the flip side, I guess I've never felt like I was robbing them of that, but I understand the question.
Okay.
So Team Leader. So if you guys go in the back office under, I should probably pull up my back office. But if you go in the back office, I think if you log in on your computer, it's on the left-hand side and click on Leadership Ladder, and then click on About the Leadership Ladder. So we have ranks in this business, but there also are what we call the Leadership Ladder. So it's kind of like to fill out the rungs of becoming, like really advancing your business forward. So let me see if I can pull it up really quick. So Team Leader, oh, thanks, Natasha. Here you go. Here it is. So Team Leader, so you're earning $1,000 a month in commission. You're hitting Success Club 5. You are a diamond coach and you have 4 coaches who are helping at least one person. So think that's even just 4 discount coaches signing up one friend. And then it's having 5,000 team volume on your week leg.
I don't think, is this commission? I thought it was just like bonus points. So it could even be team cycle bonus too.
Yes.
So it doesn't have to be just commission.
Yeah, so it's pretty much your income altogether.
Make $1,000 a month. That's basically what it means.
And that was the other thing I really meant to point out when we were talking about rank and diamond earlier. Something to really remember is at Emerald, you max out in Team Cycle Bonus at $250 a week. So as an Emerald coach, the max you can earn a month in Team Cycle Bonus is $1,000. So that's another really big perk of moving your business to Diamond, because Diamond, I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but it's
I think it's 2,000.
2,000 a week.
And then it goes up 1,000 for every rank.
Yes. So it sucks when you are capping out and you are making Team Cycle Bonus, yet it's limited and you don't get the rest of it because you're maxed out because of the size of your team. So just a little incentive there to keep growing your team, you guys, so you're not maxing out and leaving money on the table that you guys technically earned.
Yeah, and you make less team cycle bonus. And it, like, my husband dropped rank, and so this week he capped out on his team cycle bonus because he's only an emerald. And it's like, not only did I only make $14 per cycle through him, but I capped out at $250, and I could have made a lot more.
Yep. So it goes up to $18 when you're a diamond. And I know 14 versus 18 might not seem like a big difference, but when you're cycling hundreds of times, those $4 make a really big difference in the long run.
And then did you talk about 5,000 team volume on the week leg?
I mentioned that, but I didn't go in depth about it.
Yeah, I would go in your online office, just check your leadership ladder, and you can see, I just Googled leadership ladder and I found this image so you can see where you're at. And it will tell you if you're a business starter, a team builder, a team leader. This updates every single month, but the week leg volume and these categories update like every day or every couple of days, but you won't like rank advance to team leader or team builder until next month. Does that make sense?
And also, just a little heads up, the rumor is this leadership ladder is going away. So just earn your free ticket your first 3 months and you don't have to worry about it. But I'm sure there will be a different way to earn that free ticket for those who are a little later in the business. But just know, like, I think that leadership ladder rumor is going away and being built into Elite. Any other questions for you guys? We have a couple minutes left.
My question for you guys, all of you that have finished the training, what do you need more help with? Like, is there a specific area that you feel like you need more training, whether it's like social media or how to talk to people or how to write breadcrumb post or how to share your story? Is there like any topic that you feel like it would be beneficial if you had more help with it? Because we want you guys to be successful. So we'll do whatever you need. She said in the least desperate way possible. So you guys all feel like you can master Instagram and
Alexis in the comments said cold market stuff.
Okay. I'm assuming that Jess gave you some tips on it today. I'm just asking in regards of like, what can we add to our training currently to like help newer coaches and also help you? So we'll add more stuff about like growing your cold market. And a lot of that stuff just takes time too. You have to think like even you probably are growing your cold market right now, but some of those people are going to take a long time before they sign up with you. One of my coaches she hit diamond pretty quickly, she was following me silently. So never commented, never liked. I don't even think she was following me, but she would like come to my page for an entire year before she actually signed up. So you have to remember that like, even though these new people are following you, they might not sign up right away. It might take them some time. And growing your cold market is something that just takes time. And you will notice that after like, I found usually like if you start growing your cold market from day one, usually you'll get your first cold market customer like 3 to 4 months in the business. But that doesn't mean if you talk to everybody that you know this month, nobody's going to sign up next month. Usually I hit Success Club every month by follow-ups alone. So all of the people that you invited this month who told you no, you're going to go back to them next month and invite them again. And you'll find that a couple more of them will say yes, especially if they have been watching you, which I'm assuming most of them are still watching you, especially if you've been continuing to get results. Because usually what happens is like, or what happened for me is like, oh, I lost 10 pounds, and everyone's like, oh, that's great, I need to do that. And then the next month it's like, oh, I lost another 10 pounds, and then the next month I lost another 10 pounds, and then they kind of start to think like, man, if I would have started the first time I talked to her, I could be down 30 pounds right now. So that's kind of like what goes through people's minds. They just need a little bit of time, but stick with it.
Any last minute thoughts? Okay, Well, I will wrap this up. I will upload this to YouTube in case you guys want to rewatch it or or miss part of it. And then, so I would love for you guys to send your list of 10 coaches to your upline coach. Let them know that these are the 10 people that you're going to go invite. And then I want you guys to invite them tonight. And just remember, 2 coaches a week is going to get you to Diamond in the next month. And just remember, if you want it quicker, all you have to do is sign up more coaches in that time frame. So doing 10 think if you do 10 invites every single day, like you're going to get there pretty quick, guys. So I will let you guys go and post this recording later, and I hope you guys have a good night. Okay, see you guys.